rescuing the wounded man. It's our second edition because this is very, very important. Today, one of the suspects decided to, I don't want to say, but like we always say, the city can never be left unmanned. And therefore, we are here to man the city. And I wish to welcome Joe Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
He is here together with us, manning the city. And welcome to the conversation.
Thank you so much.
Say hi to our viewers. And as we continue.
Yeah, our viewers, so grateful to be part of the City Gate. And today I'm the suspect of the day. And I'm sure that I'm taking the challenge. The other City Gate suspect decided to dismember himself ceremoniously.
and ceremoniously.
So I'm here to cover him up. Maybe, who knows whether he is wounded.
We hope you'll be safe after this. And Simon K, we love you very much. And we know that you're busy somewhere else. And we wish you well. We wish you well. We can see that you're watching. Let's get your feedback too. Undisputed.
Yes.
You are here.
I'm here.
Today you're looking very warm.
I'm very warm.
We are talking about rescuing the wounded man.
I'm the one who is blocking the...
You're the one blocking the weed.
Yes, I'm the one.
Yes. We are at the city gate on the top of the city, ensuring that nothing ill comes into the city, and ensuring also that the treasures of the city do not leave the city unchecked. And that is why we are here. And today we are talking about rescuing the wounded man. Undisputed.
Yes.
Wiri Kenyash.
Yes.
Last week we talked about rescuing the wounded man.
Yes.
Maybe you can give us a small recap as we get into today's discussion.
Well, thank you very much. I think one of the things we said that we, as men, we need to accept that Christ is the solution of all these issues that we are going through. And so we need to surrender everything to Christ so that he can take control over our lives. And we also talked about guarding our hearts. We need to guard our hearts because from the heart, this is where the issues of life springs forth from. So if you're not guarding your heart, anything that will come your way, it will affect you. Anything that comes your way, it will wound you. So it is important and it is very much okay to guard your heart, that any issues that is coming your way. There are some things that you will not give them your airtime. You will not even listen to some people who are airing some voices that are negative because you want to guard your heart. So it is very important to guard your heart so that you can poterea all these wounds that are coming. Yes, that are coming our ways as men.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see the passion until English disappears.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Great. Joe Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes.
I don't know whether you have met men who are wounded. And we are here tonight talking about how can we rescue them.
Yes.
And we are thinking about, even before we rescue them, how can we help them not to get to the point of being wounded? Yeah.
I think men have become an endangered species.
Wow.
And if you, anytime you see a policeman with a rungu,
yes,
running about, just know that he's after a man.
And if you're police and you're watching us, we love you guys.
Anytime you see the horses with the policemen, or some tear gas somewhere,
they are men.
It is men who is they are pursuing men.
Wow.
So a man has been so wounded. And the system is also not at any way salvaging the situation. Today, even the system actually, you find that men are the people who are being affected by the illicit brews. The alcoholism that is there.
It's men.
It's men.
Yeah.
And you see, and I think we should be speaking to the government.
Yes.
Because the government knows who these people are. The people who are doing these changas and business and all this.
Yeah.
So they are supposed to also come in hand and try and make sure that our men are secure. But also, men themselves, there's no way they can be ignored in the fight. You know, against shielding them now.
And rescuing.
Yeah, and rescuing them.
Yeah.
Actually, the first person who should rescue the man is man himself.
Okay. Tell us more.
We say that any problem that you don't have the solution for it is not your problem. Your problem, you should have solutions for your own problems.
Okay.
If you don't have the solution to your problem, that is not your problem.
It's not your problem.
It is a problem that has been brought by maybe or contributed by another person.
Okay.
Yeah. So as men, I think we should also be careful in our interactions.
Yes.
Don't just be there trying, trying to trap people to wound you.
So there are men who trap people and they wound them.
Yes. Like now, if you are a man,
yes.
do you know when we talk about men, we are talking about married and unmarried.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you are a young man,
yeah,
and you have no job, and you are being hosted by a girlfriend.
Oh.
One day, if that girlfriend carries her own belongings and moves and goes, who will you say that he wounded you? You wounded yourself.
Wow, wow. So men, be careful who are you.
Or they are just being
with.
fed by ladies.
By ladies.
We have so many ladies who are housing men.
And what is happening in society that has shifted? It's men who initially would feed women.
Yes.
Now it's women who are feeding men. And we have women who feed men, but is that supposed to be the situation?
So many men are in zero grazing in women's houses.
they stay there so that no other man comes. Because if another man comes, they have no food.
They are marking their territory.
Undisputed. Really?
Yes.
How can we rescue this man and how can we take preventive measures to ensure as men we are not wounded? Let's talk to our fellow men.
I think before we looked at the causes,
yes.
some of the causes that these men are being wounded.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things we talked about, they are being wounded by ladies and women.
Yes.
And so as we look for solution and for preventive measures,
yes.
I think it is also important to note that we need to treat our women in the right manner. You need to treat that woman the way you want to be treated. Because the reason why maybe she'll come to wound you, it's because you are treating her like a trash. So that is why...
So it's reactionary.
Yes. So we need to treat our wives and our women out there, even in the offices. Don't go and just say, I'm a man, nikiongea mnyamaze.
Be careful.
Yes. Treat them as the way you want to be treated. Because we say that we need to raise queens so that we can become kings. And so we need to, how are you treating that woman? Because, let me give an example.
Yes.
You'll find that there is this couple. So the woman is not working.
Yes.
So she's housewife.
Yes.
And so you are the one who is the breadwinner as the man.
She's a homekeeper.
Yes.
Yes.
She's
Now
a
they don't like being called housewives.
Thank you
Be
very much.
Careful.
Thank you for correcting me. She's a homekeeper.
Yes.
She's the one who is taking care of the children.
Yeah.
She's the one who is taking care of everything in that house. And so there is no way you should say this woman is not working. Because some of the works they do, if you are told Warui siku moja na Mary ukae hapo, utainua mikono juu.
Yeah, I agree.
And so we need to treat them with a lot of care. We need to treat them with a lot of respect. We need to treat them with a lot of love. Now, this is the example I was giving.
Yes.
You're working, she's taking care
of the children and the home.
Now, ya Mungu ni mengi. One day, COVID came.
Kigeukanwe.
Kamenuka. Sasa wewe ni wewe uko nyumbani. Yeye sasa amepata kazi na NGO.
You will be
so ile kachek ulikuwa unapata 200k sasa ni yeye anapata. Sasa wewe ndiye unakaa hapo nyumbani. You can be sure if you are treating her as a trash. Wakati hiyo kachek ilikuwa
hata wewe utakuwa treated.
Utaanza kuosha vyombo.
My goodness. So we are saying that some of these wounds that are affecting men are self-inflicted.
Yes.
Are things that they have taken. You know, it's like when you corner a cat and you prevent the cat from moving out.
Yes.
At some point the cat will feel enough is enough.
Yes.
Na akitoa kucha, aluke, you will get wounded.
Yes.
Wow, treating our women right. And I think that is a very important point. When we're talking about men getting wounded, we talked about issues of money, issues of lack of contentment, issues of a man fights his status and esteem from the amount of money he has, from the properties he owns, from the amount of how many routes he can finance if there are routes that are being done. And sometimes I am thinking about contentment and how men can prevent themselves from being injured when they lose jobs, when they lose businesses, kuna barabara inapitia mahali, ghorofa yake inabomolewa, unasikia ameanguka. Yeah.
I think it all goes, it's all heading us to what we call identity. It's about identity.
Identity.
Where does a man derive his identity from? Is it from money?
Deep.
You get? Is it from what he has?
Yes.
The possessions?
Yeah.
You know? A man should never derive his identity from what he has. A man should derive his identity from who he is.
What he has versus who he is.
Yes.
Okay.
And who is a man?
Tell us.
Number one, a man, when you go back to the book of Genesis, is a man that God created in his own image and likeness.
Yeah.
And he never left him empty-handed. He empowered him and demanded of him to take dominion.
Yeah.
Now, the dangerous thing about taking dominion is that if you are not in dominion, you know, if you have not taken dominion, then you are being dominated. You know, you are either in dominion or
you are being dominated. Hii dominated ni ile wanasema kukaliwa chapati ama
sasa ndio hiyo. Sasa ndio hiyo.
Unajua ni vizuri ku break down vitu zingine zinaweza kuwa ngumu sana. Hiyo dominate kwa hivyo ako chini.
Yes. You are either lending or borrowing. You can't be in between.
Na ukiguza deni ujue kuna wanaume una wood.
You see,
wanaume wako na madeni na wanaumwa.
Let me tell you.
Hata Kenya yenyewe.
Hata Kenya yenyewe.
Hata Kenya iko na deni, so
unajua Kenya ikiwa na deni hakuna mtu anakosa usingizi maana Kenya haidalagi. Lakini wanaume wako anaona simu ikipigwa.
Wewe tunakosa usingizi Kenya ikiwa na deni kwa sababu mafuta zinaanza kupanda.
Sasa umeongea juu ya lending and borrowing. So yeye ndiye ana borrow.
Sasa you must a man must go back to his original position in God.
Wow.
Where he is in dominion.
Yes.
Where he is in charge.
Yes.
And when he does that, now the woman will not take his position. Women take the men position when men miss on their platform.
When they leave the city gate.
Yes. When the men leave the city gate, women will come. Actually, I think the book of Isaiah says that when men never took their place, women took the possessions. Women and rats. Yani VP. They took small boys. Actually,
the city.
Yes, this is that they were ruled by by boys.
Then when that happens, then the man starts saying, they don't respect me.
The man will begin now to feel sidelined.
Atafika kwa gate anauliza watoto, mnajua
kulikuwa nani?
Yes, he must now prove to a point. Let me tell you what Margaret Thatcher said. Margaret Thatcher once said, you know, she was talking about leadership. And she was saying that being a leader is like being a woman. If you have to say that you are, then you are not.
If you have to say that you are, then you are not.
Yes. So if you have to say that you are a man, then you are not.
So if I have to go and try to prove, that means you are not.
Then you are not. Look at Ken Rogers.
Yes.
One of the hit makers of country music.
Yes, I love country music.
You don't need to fight to be a man. But you fight men out there akisema kama wewe ni mwanaume nigoge. So do I need to prove that I'm a man?
Might that be a sign of a wounded man?
Thank you, that is it.
So if you see a man trying to prove themselves, trying to say mimi ndiye mwanaume huku, tutajua kama huku tutakuwa na vichwa viwili.
Is a man who have left the city gate.
He has left the city gate. And because he is out there, he has been wounded.
He is a man at Lord the Bar.
Lord the Bar.
Yes.
Tutakuja hapo.
Where my people share the words.
Before you go there,
yes.
As Pasi is saying, what is coming to my mind is that if you want to prevent some of these wounds, man needs to take his responsibilities. You must
take your responsibility.
Yes. You stand up, man up, and perform your responsibilities.
Sit at the city gate.
Yes. Do not allow your woman to be the one who is performing your duties.
And if you don't have a woman, some of these guys don't have women.
They don't have women.
Some are yearning and hoping.
Yes, be a responsible man.
Eh.
You need to start as early as now and show the world that I am responsible. One, even how you keep your house. You are a young man.
Don't wood some people.
No, on what you're saying about responsibility.
Yes.
A man I love so much called Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln once said that the price of greatness is responsibility. And that word responsibility comes from two words.
Yes.
Basically meaning ability to respond.
Ability
is responding
to respond.
ability. Responsibility. So if you are able to respond, your ability as a man to respond to what is happening to you.
That is what we are talking about.
That is what makes you a man.
And without responsibility, you'll be wounded.
Yes, without responsibility, then you become an endangered species. Because you'll be shaken around, you'll be tossed.
Yes.
About.
And now this is where, as you talk about now the young men taking up their responsibilities, as I was saying, by how you're keeping your house, some girls will come to visit you.
Yes.
And they will leave that house na hawataki kukuona tena, and you start saying that this girl wounded me, but this girl entered into that house and she realized this boy is
the house was full of confusion.
Yes, this boy is a bag. This boy is a bag.
No. Actually, we said that everything was on the floor except the ceiling.
Thank you, guys. Wisdom is oozing here, and we are sitting at the city gate. Thank you so very much, Mary Mwangi, for watching us. Thank you, Mary Waroe. I can see you. West Kagu Jackie, our fan always here, tuned in. Catherine Madege, we are happy that you are tuned in. Please share this video, share on your status, share on your Facebook walls, share with your friends. Irene Steve, nakuona, najua mahali mko. Aya, endelea kutazama. Maggie Joy Blessings, we can see you. Becky Karaja Gatehi, thank you. I can see you. Dirago Steve, always tuned in. Grace Waja Kifoi, wacha kutu. Sisemi mengi hapo. Thank you very much. Simon K, unasema uko wapi? I hope si wewe unasema umekaliwa chapati. Simon. Leo hatuna mtu wa kuonea.
We have really missed you, brother.
We thank you. So share that video. We continue talking about rescuing this wounded man. Wiri.
Yes.
How can society come in? Because we have many men that are wounded. And of course, we say that one of the terminal results of a wounded man is something like suicide.
Yes.
You know, and I told you I come from a county that was even featured on BBC for having the highest cases of suicide for men, Nyandarua County.
Yes.
And we are saying, before they get there, because we have wounded men, how do we rescue them so they don't get to that terminal end of it?
I think as a society out there, maybe we need even to start coming up with some programs where we can come and try to teach men how they need to respond to issues when they arise. Because in this world, even the Bible says that in this world, there will be what?
Many troubles.
There will be many troubles. This is Jesus saying. So men out there, you can be sure there will be troubles.
But be of good cheer.
Be of good cheer. Jesus has overcome.
Yes.
And so out there are some woods that are even waiting for you. Kuja hapa, nimkamate. Nataka kuingia ndani yako. So there will be wounds out there. There will be issues that will go out there and face. And so as a society, can we do something? Maybe try to come up with some programs. We can try teaching our young boys how to grow up. When they become mature men, they understand what it means to be a responsible man. They will understand what it means to be a mature man. They will understand how to behave as a mature man. Because maturity does not only come with age. Because there are some men out there who are of age, kimiaka, but here,
hawajafika.
My friend, iko shida. So, and so as a society, we need to come up maybe with some programs and teach this man how to be responsible.
So you believe that is a gap that is existing within our current setting?
Yes.
That we don't have enough programs that help men?
Yes. Actually, you are a pastor.
Yes.
And Joe Wisdom is a pastor.
And I hope you're not planning to start cornering as you are a pastor. You are also a pastor.
Let me say this. The problem, now because I'm a pastor, I must rise to the occasion.
Yes.
Because
but I don't want
to be dominated. Before he dominates us, we must take dominion.
Yes, we are dominating.
What is happening? We are not short of men programs in the church. We have so many programs, but do men show up? Call for men's meeting.
Yes.
Men are busy in the marketplace.
Yes.
Women will gather for meetings.
Thank you.
Women will gather for forums.
Thank you.
Men will only gather when they are eating.
And drinking.
Now this is the issue. Maybe we need to sit down as men and ask ourselves, why are they not showing up? If they can show up when we are eating, why then can't we go and buy a mbuzi and bring them on board?
Yes.
Tell them there is mbuzi.
Yes.
Ujeni tuchome.
Yes.
If that is what will make them to show up,
After
maybe
they
we need
chop,
to
they will go home.
before they go home,
Yes.
you'll have a word and speak to them.
Yeah, but yeah, I get you. But there's a point that you raised that is very critical.
Yes.
Talking to the young boys
Yes.
from
Thank
when
you.
they are very young.
Yes.
So that when we are not trying to talk to men who we never talked to before. You know, even as a father, sometimes you'll find that, of course, girls are able to come to you and you're able, but boys tend to,
Yeah.
You see,
to stay
there's-
away.
there's
So if
that-
you don't go to them now,
Yes.
then let alone you will never be able to go to
Connecting
them.
with that point,
Yes, yes.
there is a Greek saying that says, "Mutioroka ũrĩrĩa wĩ mũkuhĩ."
Oh, Greek. Okay.
Yes. That is to say, a tree should be shaped when it is this young.
Yeah.
Because when it is tall,
We will never be able to
I
shape it.
mean, hata ukijaribu kuvuruta na mikanda, you'll be wasting your energy
So we must
and your
start
time.
early.
So we need to start as early as those boys. They
Yeah.
can listen. We need to start at that point because
Yeah.
when they grow up knowing these things, even when you call them for these meetings, they will show up because
Yeah.
it is something they started at their tender age. They will show up.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Joe,
Yes.
we have men who are getting wounded because of things that seem to be emergencies, but they are not really emergencies.
Yes.
It is simply because hawakujipanga.
Yes.
Wanaume hawajipangi. Anaishi tu, anakaa tu.
Yes.
I don't know how men can be helped
Yeah.
to get a little bit organized.
Yeah.
To plan. You know, if your child is going to Form 1, 8 years ago you knew that child would be going to
Yes.
Form 1. If your wife is just about to give birth,
Yes.
9 months ago you knew she was
You,
going
actually,
to deliver.
you are the one who got busy in the vineyard of the Lord, so you were expecting results.
Oh, hii kazi ni kazi in the vineyard.
Na ulijua kifanya hiyo kazi kuna matokeo.
Na hiyo kazi ilikuwa inaitwa nini? Dawa. Ilikuwa inaitwa dawa hapa City Gate.
Ilikuwa inaitwa dawa.
Oh, alienda akapewa dawa
Yes,
dosage mzuri.
yes.
Yes.
Na kuna wengine ilisemekana wanakataa dawa.
Yeah, and then now you find at a certain point,
Yeah.
the guy is so stressed,
Yeah.
he's trying to catch up with things. Can planning
Yeah.
prevent this?
Yeah. You see, the man,
Yes.
a man can never be defined by where he stands at a particular moment. A man is defined by his ability to see.
Okay.
A man is defined by the size of his vision and the willingness to walk on that path.
Wisdom oozing.
Wishes are idle thoughts.
Uh-huh.
A man cannot sit there and wish that things will work out. He must rise up and make things happen.
Yeah.
So when we talk about planning, proper planning
Yes.
births proper performance.
Uh-huh.
When you are good in planning,
Yeah.
you prepare for the future. So there will be no like emergency.
Everything will be taken care of.
And there's a very thin line between trusting God and waiting on the Lord and laziness.
Trusting God, waiting on the Lord, and laziness.
Yes.
Wow.
And suffering for the Lord.
Yes.
Simon K.
The Bible says that
Suffering?
For the Lord.
Ah, okay.
the Bible says that a lazy man says in his heart, a lazy man says
Yes.
there's a lion outside.
Uh-huh.
So he cannot go out because there are lions out there. But there are other men there.
Where there are lions
Yes.
and they are not being eaten.
Yes.
So what are you doing inside saying there are lions outside?
That is laziness. So we need an empowered man.
Yes.
A man who will, men are products of training. In one of the trainings I do, I say that human beings are human becomings.
Human beings are human becomings.
Yes. As
Wow.
much as you are a man,
Yeah.
you can become whatever you want to become.
Wow.
A lion cannot become anything. A monkey is a monkey until the kingdom come.
So it remains a monkey jumping
Yes.
one tree
Yes.
to another.
But a man can become. Today a man can be broke. And I want to speak to this one man here.
Yes.
You might be broke today, but that is not the end of your life. It's a matter of time. If you can strategize, if you can have yourself around the right people, if you can surround yourself with people who have a vision, people who can help you,
Yes.
people who can add value to you. Si watu tu wana discuss madem. Si watu tu ni wa mama akipita hapo mnaangalia. Ukisema
Wako kama hao.
unasema boga zimepita.
Boga za sukuma wiki ama ni boga gani hii?
No.
Kuja pole pole.
Ati mboga zimepita.
Ati mboga
So wao wanaona ni kitu ya kukuliwa.
Yeah.
Ni ile Yesu alikuwa anasema in your heart you have already committed.
Thank you. So if all that you are doing is to summarize how women are, there's nothing else you are doing, you will never grow.
You'll never grow.
And let me tell you,
Yes.
the best time to prepare for war is when there is peace.
The best time to prepare for, I hope you guys are taking these quotes.
Is when there is peace.
Yes.
When you are not yet there, like for some of these men who are watching me right now,
Yes.
you are not yet married.
Yes.
You cannot sit
Speaking
there
to
wishing
them.
that one day you will marry and things will work out. Begin to prepare today. You know?
Yeah.
Begin to prepare today.
Yeah.
Preparation is key for your next level. Si ati utastukia ati nimeoa.
Unafika
Hata ndoa si huendi kanisa unaambiwa pokea bibi. It involves planning.
hakuna kupokea.
Atipokea bibi.
Unaobea.
There is a process.
Ama
There is
unawapanga
a
laini.
process.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is a process of how you go about it.
Yeah.
But basically what you are saying, Reverend Bernard,
Yes.
is that we ought to plan ourselves.
Planning is key.
Planning is very important.
Yeah.
If there's a place you want to get, success is never an accident.
Never.
It's never an accident. And every level of greatness
Yes.
comes with an attachment of sacrifice on it. So as men, we must be able to sacrifice.
Yes.
If you are not married right now, if you are a young man, begin to have a picture
Yeah.
of where you want to be and begin to plan and to organize yourself how you will get there.
And this will help you from being wounded.
Yes,
When
by the
now
emergencies.
Yes,
By the
because
emergencies.
Those emergencies would. There are men who are not going home now because every time the wife asks, tutafanya shopping lini ya mtoto akienda shule, he feels the pain. Unajua kama kidoda ikiguzwa na you know,
They are even offended.
Karonyeki is
It is that
a
one.
piece of grass.
It is that one.
Ikiguza kidoda, I don't know whether you grew up in the
Yes,
village.
yes.
So akienda nyumbani hawajajipanga, then akiulizwa tutaenda shopping lini, anasikia ni kama kidoda imeguzwa na ile karonyeki na inaleta shida. Tell me, how else do we rescue this wounded man?
I think this wounded man, he also needs to go out and speak out. One of the things that is making many men to remain wounded, it is because they are keeping things to themselves. We have always said that women,
Yeah.
they are good because when they go out there, they share their issues.
Yes.
And they are not special. So we can also go out there and share our issues.
Okay.
What is making us not to go out there and speak out our issues? Wisdom is my friend here. Why should I die with my issues and he's just a call away from me?
What about somebody who doesn't have a friend like Wisdom? What do they do now?
There is a man out there. There is somebody you can talk to. But now unataka kujifanya you are the alpha and
Macho.
omega. Unataka wewe ni wewe una reign kwa hiyo kingdom.
You can't speak your things
And
to
then
anyone.
you are dying alone there.
So they should
You
speak
need
out.
to speak out. Reach out to your fellow men and speak out
Okay.
and tell them this is my issue. And also let me speak to men out there.
Yes.
When your fellow man comes and tells you, I have this issue I'm going through, because maybe this is another thing that is making many men not to come out and speak out,
Yeah.
because when I share with him, he'll go and tell,
He'll expose you.
yes.
Hiyo
And
ni
so-
tabia wa mama.
There are some men.
Kuna men wako na umama. Yes, and I think we need what we are saying.
Kuna men wako na nini?
Your
Na-
mama.
na mkazamesa.
Let me tell you what we really say. Every man
Yes.
needs a man.
Yes.
Every man needs a man.
Yes.
Yes.
And this will actually come out so well when you go back to the word of God, as we
Yes.
said when we were beginning.
Yeah.
That the solution of every man is in Christ.
Yes.
You see, Yesu ndiye jawabu.
Yes.
Christ is the answer.
Christ
Yes.
is the answer.
You
Yes.
get?
Yeah.
So every man needs a man. You remember the man who had stayed at the well for 38 years?
Yes.
What was his problem? When Jesus asked him, what did he say?
Hakuna mtu
Hakuna
wa-
mtu.
I have no man.
Yes.
I have no man. When
You can
the
imagine that
angel-
man for 38 years.
It is only that there was no man.
He had lacked a man. That is the problem with many men. They are in trouble.
Yeah.
They are wounded
Yes.
because they have no man.
How do we get this man? How do I go through the process of getting
the Bible
this man?
says that any man who wants to have friends must also be friendly.
Ah, deep. Yes.
You get?
Yeah.
If you want to have friends, you must be friendly. There's no way I can be forcing myself to join to connect to Iri. And every time I'm telling we are planning for a meeting,
Yeah.
he is busy.
He's not showing
So
up. So how will I be of help?
Yeah.
So
So
you start
every
by
man needs
being
a man.
friendly.
Every man become friendly. Every
Okay.
man needs a man. Number two.
Yes.
Every man needs some crazy men.
Crazy men.
Some men who will push you into your next thing.
Ah, okay.
Some
okay.
men who can believe in you.
Uh-huh.
And also this one, I think we have done it in, you can go and check Wema online, Wema on YouTube,
Yeah, Wema TV. Yes.
You'll get some of these things.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
every man needs some crazy men. There was a man who was crippled. And some guys, his friends, heard that Jesus was somewhere in the estate. And they say that we have carried you for too long. We
Yes.
are taking him to the master.
To Jesus.
They carried him. And these guys found that the house
place
where
was
Jesus
full.
was full.
Yes.
The guys broke the roof.
They are crazy men.
Those were crazy men.
Crazy men. We need crazy men.
We need crazy men who will carry you and push you into the next thing, the next big thing.
Yeah.
People will tell you you cannot continue staying in the house.
Yeah.
Come, we show you what we usually do. out
They
there.
will throw you into the deep end.
Thank you.
You know how I got to know how to swim?
Yeah.
Is that one day I fell into the deep end.
Yes.
And I was... Then some guys there were thinking I'm celebrating something.
Some crazy men.
But fortunately,
Yes.
there was a lady there with another man,
Yes.
and he told him this guy is drowning. Then he came and rescued me.
Yes.
From that day, I started.
You had to train yourself.
Because
You
I
have to
fell
train
into the
yourself.
deep end.
Yes.
You need somebody to push you off the edge
Yes.
into the deep end.
Yes.
And what Pastor Joe is saying is very true.
Yeah.
We need people who can push us to do, because when you have men who are surrounding you, there's something they can see in you.
Yeah.
Maybe you yourself you cannot see. This guy has been crazy man in my
one?
life. He has challenged
Oh.
me. Let me say it on air. He
Yes,
has challenged
yes,
me
it's
to
important.
write a book, and I have started writing a book.
Okay.
He has told me, whatever you are doing, it needs to be put somewhere in a book.
Yeah.
And I have started walking that journey. I have already started writing a book because of a crazy man
Yes.
who have pushed me.
Yeah.
And now I am headed there. Very soon we'll be launching that book.
Wonderful. And I hope I'll be there. And
Yes.
you know, we are talking
And I'll be the keynote speaker. You must appreciate me well.
we are rescuing the wounded man, and we are asking, how can we ensure that this man does not get wounded? And we are saying you need crazy men who will throw you into the deep end. Because if you remain on the shallow waters, you will definitely get wounded. When you remain in the shallow waters, you'll definitely get wounded. Thank you, Simon K. You're saying men should also exhale. Take a holiday and just change the environment sometimes. Do you think that can heal the wounded man?
Yes.
Taking a holiday
Yes.
away from
Sometimes
the busy...
it works. It works. I can tell you it works. Sometimes staying in one environment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get intoxicated, and sometimes you just need some
Intoxicated?
fresh air. Yes.
And you have not taken any...
Let me tell you. Yes. Let me tell you. How do you feel sometimes when you are out of the office? Thank you. Had you taken something in the office?
Seems like I had.
Thank you.
I hadn't, but seems like I
Yes,
had.
thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I- that's
the
what I
head
mean.
is heavy.
Thank you.
And if you want to know that, uliza those boys wako shule.
Wakitoka tu
Sahi
shule.
wako holiday. Holiday. Wako holiday.
Ah.
Hata usiwapeleke wapi,
Yeah.
wako tu nyumbani.
Okay.
Wanaotch cartoon.
So we are saying that for this man who is wooded or who wants to stay away from the woods, once in a while, take off. Go to a place where you can rest.
Yeah.
Go swim in the ocean.
Yes.
Take some time off from
And
the
you don't
busy
need money to
schedule.
do these things.
You don't need money.
You can even go to a neighbor to a neighboring river.
A neighboring river.
Yes.
Are you going to swim or
And
what do you
swim,
do?
of course.
Like we did when we were young.
Of course, why not? If it worked then, why not now? You know, people think that for you to go out, you need a lot of money. You can go out in a very big hotel and only take tea or take maybe a plate of chips. And that environment actually changes the... you know where you sit determines what you see.
You've now said it. Let's talk about environment.
Yes.
Let's talk about environment. There are people who live in very noisy, clumsy environments.
Yes.
There are people who will tell you the reason why they are addicted to this kind of herb or this kind of alcohol or this kind of smoking is the environment.
Yes.
if you find an environment is wounding you, might it be necessary to change the environment?
Can I tell you a story?
Yes.
This is real life.
Si ile ya lori kutoka
Hapana,
steering.
hii ni yangu personal. Hii ni yangu personal. Hii ni yangu personal.
Rafiki steering ilitoka.
When I was a young man, nikijipanga ku graduate to the other level to get married. I used to live in Kasarani. In this house, it used to be full of darkness. There's no way during the day you could live in that house without lights. And it was too, ilikuwa imejaa baridi.
During the day,
during
it used
the
to be
day.
dark.
So when Kenya Power decides,
Yes.
leo unaonana na Mungu, stima zipotee, my friend, unasikia kama ni saa 8 ya usiku.
Na ni mchana.
Na saa hiyo ni saa 6 mchana.
Wanaume waache kuishi nyumba
My
kama
friend,
hizo.
siko hapo mimi.
Uko wapi?
Ilikuwa imejaa baridi that unaona hii niko nayo kwa nyumba such that nikioga nataka kutoka because of the environment, even the way I'm wearing, natoka nje napata jua na shidwa wa you mean kuko hivi, but because of the environment where I am coming from, nimejazana masweta, and so I have to go back and change. Why? Because of the environment.
The environment.
So environment is very, very key. There are some people, as you are saying, they live in noisy places that hata akiingia kwa ofisi tu anasikia do and there's nothing. But anaishi hapo kando ni club iko hapo. Usiku za 8 ya usiku ni muziki. So muziki iliingia ndani yake. That akiwa kwa barabara anatembea anasikia tu
muziki.
Anasikia tu dudu. Hata unamsalimia anasikii.
He is wounded but he doesn't know.
Yes.
And you know,
because of the environment.
These environments are very key. I remember one time going to Addis Ababa, and every time these guys would book me into a hotel ilikuwa inaitwa Beer Inn hotel. Then I asked them, why do you book me in here? And they told me, Kenyan men love beer. And so we thought the best we can do is put you in a hotel where there's a brewery.
Okay.
So that I'm in an environment where I'm getting satisfied. There is something that Wiri has brought out, and I think men are not usually careful about it. The issue of health, the issue of just having checkups, the issue of don't be too strong even when you're feeling the bodies. And sometimes we want to man up and behave like, should men seek medical care or even go for a checkup even when they really don't feel like they are sick?
I think the way our culture and the way we have been brought up, we have been told to show ourselves strong. Even if things are not okay, you must force it.
A small boy unaambiwa mwanaume hali.
Yes. So what has happened is that that got into our minds, and normally now what happens is that for a man, when you see a man going to hospital, he is dying.
He's dying.
He's dying. There was another man who was not feeling well, and unfortunately he had refused to go to hospital. So it was a small boy who was passing by the latrine that had the man crying. Akisema Mungu nisaidie. The man was crying, you know, you're saying.
Na haitoki vizuri.
So the man is suffering constipation.
Na inaweza kuwa kali, you are laughing, but my friend, kama hujaipitia hapo.
When you are having constipation, you even promise God, when you get me out of this problem, I will surprise you.
I'll surprise you, God.
So the man was suffering in the inside, but he doesn't want to speak out. So the cowboy went.
So anaenda haitoki, anaita Mungu.
Amekataa analia huko kwa
Mungu nisaidie.
Yeah, so it is the cowboy that say that babu analia. So the woman, the grandma came, and that is now how the man was rescued.
Wow. Yeah, so men, be checked.
We really need to speak out.
Understand that you too
are a
can
human
get sick.
being.
You are a human being. You're not made of wood. Thank you, Pastor David Getogo. I can see you watching us here and saying that yes, a man needs a man. Pastor Kagushi Areas, thank you. You are saying that crazy man, it's a new one, and you like it. West Kagu Joyce, Jackie, I can see your contributions. Thank you very much. I can see some people are just laughing here, but I hope they are picking up the points. Philip Kioko, you are saying that Nico on, Naskiza, continue listening. Thank you, Lina Jerry, for joining us tonight. Share this video, talk to everyone, and let them know that we are here. We are here with Joe Wisdom and the undisputed Wire Kenyash.
And let me say something.
And please let me say my name, because I didn't remember to say my name. I am Bernard.
You are wooding yourself.
I am Bernard Waroi.
Wairura. Yes.
The author and the pastor.
You are wooding yourself. So there's something I wanted to say.
I am wooding myself.
Yes. By not saying your name. It is not us. You are the moderator. Now, there's something I wanted to say as we talk about the change of environment.
Yes.
Let me talk about having that healthy personal space. And so as we are talking about taking a break and going out and changing environment, it is okay if this is for, especially for men who are married, it is okay for women to give men some chance. If he says, I want to go somewhere and be alone.
Wacha kuuliza maswali mingi. Unaenda na nani?
Ni nani huyo?
Umeona sasa wewe enda na mimi?
Yes.
Kwa hivyo umepata wengine na huko?
You see?
I just want to go out alone.
Anataka kukaa peke yake.
Umesikia?
Yes, please nawaomba na wasihi. If kama anasikia mimi nataka personal space, wacha aende apumzike. Hakuna kitu mbaya anaenda kufanya.
He must prove himself. He must have proven himself, because there's no way you come telling me that I want every weekend.
No, not again. Again, not every weekend. Not every weekend. And that's why I've called it healthy. Personal space.
Yes.
That is when you talk about something healthy, ni kitu ambayo haitafanya ukue na maswali.
Tena hai affect doa, hai affect
it is not affecting your marriage.
You're not going
it is not affecting your
when
job.
You have an agenda assignment to
so
deliver.
This is to say I have taken leave from work, and now again I have
yangu peke yangu.
Yes, I have excused myself from my family.
So
because again,
holiday yangu peke yangu.
Yes, again, don't go without involving kids. Watoto wanashinda hapo wakiuliza mama yao, kwani daddy alienda wapi? Yes, tell them, daddy is taking some break. I want to go somewhere and relax alone. But I am coming back, and then when I come back, nitawachukua nyinyi wote twende mahali.
So women, if your man needs space, that is a way to heal.
Yes.
But let me also tell you on that point. There are many men who have left their wives, their family on that note.
Yes.
A guy tells a man, I need to go and take some space, I need some time alone.
Some break.
And that is how the man disappeared.
Oh, and never came back.
Yes, so I think men need to prove themselves.
Yes, yes.
Because you cannot keep going on personal vacations alone that you want time to rest.
Yes.
You know, also, you can also, you know, let me tell you, it's not just about a man going. Your family also needs that.
So don't take it, don't
and that's why I've said you can go somewhere alone, then you tell them I'll come back, and then now now we go all of us together. But again,
I'm going to prepare a place.
Yes,
you go. Has not come back. And Jesus has not, and Jesus has not come back. And the men are taking the same pattern.
They went to prepare a place.
They are saying that we have taken after Jesus.
Yeah, but Simon K is saying that is a very important point, and he's saying that even Jacob met God when he had gone out.
Yes.
When we were beginning, we said, somebody actually asked me, how can men wound themselves by being positive? And what I was saying is that men are carrying very heavy burdens and trying to meet expectations. And what I'm wondering is, because some of the things that are wounding men is when they have to take care of everything. Is it okay for the man to come and tell his woman, come and tell his children that yes, I know at this particular time this is what you want, but I'm sorry I'm not able to give it now, but I'm working towards it? Or should I man up, get stressed, toil, hustle, and get what they want?
Now, I think no is an answer. There are some things that your family will actually ask for, and maybe it's not possible.
Yes.
And there are sometimes you feel this is necessary, but I'm not in a position to do it right now.
Yeah.
But you can imagine every time they ask of it, you say you don't have.
That's a problem.
You see? So I'm saying that for men, we need to go back.
Yeah.
We need to know. There's something my wife told me the other day, and I really took it positively.
Yeah.
And she told me, Christ is the head of the church. And, you know, and Christ is the head of the man. And you are my man.
Yeah.
So you are looking to Christ. You are looking at Christ. So you pray to God, you know. Then I, your wife,
Yes.
you are my head. The man is the head. The husband is the
Is
head,
the
of,
head
the wife.
of the wife.
So she's telling me, I must come and ask you to give me whatever I want. Then you go and ask
Go and
Jesus.
ask Jesus.
He's not telling me at hata wewe itisha Yesu. In short, you are saying,
Na kama sina,
you see, you see now what happens.
Lakini sasa hapo pastor,
Kama
sasa
sina,
Yesu,
ni-
sisi wote Yesu ni baba
I'm
yetu.
coming right there. I'm coming. You see,
Hakuna mtu anamuita grandfather.
scriptures interpret scriptures.
Yes.
Scriptures interpret scriptures. When he says that the man, how do you become the head? If you cannot prove yourself that you are able to take responsibility. Every time your wife asks you, pesa ya nywele, enda ukaulize Yesu. Enda ukaitisha Yesu. Ameolewa na Yesu.
but men are getting wounded as they try to carry all these burdens.
Now let me tell you, no, there are burdens that you can
the
carry.
woman ametembea kwa kina Jacinta akapata kuna TV mpya
Yes.
inajaza wall.
Yes.
Sasa anataka ajaziwe kwake.
Na yao hata ka ya wall haikuwagi imekava.
You know what
Anakuja
women want?
anaitisha.
Do you know what women want?
Yes.
When they even ask for those things,
Yes.
they don't want you to bring them at that moment.
Ah.
Women want hope that
Okay.
one day we'll also
So
get
it's okay
there.
kuambia sahi hatuna.
Communication is very important.
Now
She
you have
knows
come.
you. She knows you are not a
Umekuja
magician.
sasa.
She knows you are not a magician
Oh.
to have everything that she wants right there. But when you promise that it is possible,
Yes.
that one day we'll also get there,
Ni hapo.
that I'm planning, I'm thinking about
Na
it.
usijistress nayo.
Yes.
Uende tu mosmos.
Yeah, go with your pace.
Ah.
You cannot go, steering and picking what to get huko, so that you bring.
Picking.
Picking what
Don't think you have to get her. Now, we have to bring this to a close. And as we come to the end, there are two dangers here. Men comparing themselves to other men, but more dangerous, men being made to feel less. They're being compared.
Yes. Let me say this.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
And he talked about identity.
Yes. Do not compare yourself with that friend of yours. Because this is something else that is wounding many men out there. There's this guy, we went to the same school from primary, high school, university. Now he has built me, bado na hustle hapa. Be yourself and do that which you know I am capable of doing this. That which you are not able to do now, usijistress.
Scratch the fire you can reach.
Yes, your time is coming. Hapana anza kuengana na ugali ambayo haijai kwa mdomo yako. Eka kwa kiasi ya ugali ambayo inatoshea kwa mdomo. Because the moment unaanza kuweka nini, utanyongwa na utaanza and what does that show? You are becoming selfish. And so when you start comparing yourself with others, this is where now many people will now even start becoming unfaithful. And so they will start doing some deals that are not straightforward so that they can be so and so. I am driving a V8, my friend is driving V8, and so I want to drive a V8, so I will start doing some deals that are not okay so
Because
that
I
I
want
can
to get
also
there
buy a V8.
and get
no,
loaded.
walk at your own pace. We are not in competition. We are not competing.
Contentment with godliness.
That is a great gain.
Great gain.
It is a
It's
great gain. Toshereka. And that is why we said, even as you plan for an outing, go if you're not able to go to Hilton, wacha kujisumbua, enda hapo supermarket ya kwenyu, nunua soda ya 50 bob na queen cakes, enda Uhuru Park.
Enda Karura.
Kaeni hapo
Na
chini.
ukitaka kurashia, peleka ile uko nayo.
Yes.
Wacha stress ya vile uliona kwa nani.
Hapana, be yourself.
And contentment is not killing ambition.
Yes, it is
We are not saying
not.
don't be ambitious.
Yeah.
Don't desire to get there.
But again, don't be over-ambitious like devil. Devil was over-ambitious, and that is why he was thrown down here. Because he wanted now to overthrow
exceed.
the kingdom. He is asking Jesus, kneel down and worship me. He's asking God.
That's over-ambition.
That is being over-ambitious.
Ambitious.
Don't be over-ambitious.
So some men are over, but be ambitious.
Yes.
Desire to achieve.
Be ambitious,
Dream.
but don't be over-ambitious. It is dangerous.
Wow, thank you, Kama, Shaureen Kamau. I can see you, you are there. Grace Waja Kivoi is saying the one comparing himself is already a wounded man because it shows that they have low self-esteem and they are trying to prove something. Thank you very much. Thank you, Simon. Simon, tunakuona. I can see. Okay, you are saying you took some time off for a small holiday. Willy Kenyasha ako responsible sana. Tunakuona. So are you trying to say that we who are on the city gate are not taking care of ourselves, Simon? Utakuja hapa
Next
hapa
time
tu.
he'll be left alone.
Utakuja
Tutapatana na
hapa
yeye
tu.
Monday.
Wewe.
Tutakuachia hii makao
Cheza
peke
hivyo
yako.
unacheza. Kevo Yat, I can see you. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And we are going to get final remarks from Joe Wisdom and Willy Kenyash. And then we are going to close for the day. Joe Wisdom,
Yes.
thank you for coming. You know, the wisdom you've spoken, I'll go now watch again with a notebook. With a notebook, so that I go taking those notes. But we can't release you with some final words of wisdom. And you can also tell them to watch Wisdom Talks
Yes.
on Wema TV.
Wema TV,
Yes.
I think I want to appreciate Simon K for taking a
Taking
vacation.
a holiday.
For going.
But we hope, Simon K, you are on holiday. We hope you are not looking for a V8 to compare yourself with so and so.
Yes, I want to appreciate you, man of God, for creating space for the wisdom talks to be at the city gate.
Yes.
And I also want to say that you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you.
We are following what you are doing, and we know that lives are transforming. Men are being, restored. And what I can say is that as men, let us also continue mentoring our sons, like Kenyash said, that we need to begin when they are down there.
Yeah.
Right now, sometimes it's not easy actually to change the way someone thinks when they are grown-ups. But when the children that we are raising, we say that it is the responsibility of a man, of a father, to call his son into maturity. To call his son into manhood.
Yes.
So mentorship has a lot to do with the worldview we create,
Yeah.
the picture we paint for those who are coming after us. The Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. I think the greatest inheritance we can leave to our children is by modeling them on the ways of the Lord and showing them the right path.
Amen.
And showing them that they can be responsible men. Showing them that they can make it without, they can do clean business without the spirit of competition. They can have their own identity and not feel threatened. So thank you so much. God bless you so much for being with us tonight, and for our facilitator today. You have done a good job.
Thank you.
Managing these two men is not easy.
I feel good.
Yes.
I feel good.
Maybe you
And
can
this-
invite our viewers
To the
wisdom
wisdom
talk.
talk.
Every Monday morning at Wema TV, you'll find Wisdom Talks.
Yes.
Wisdom Talks.
with Joe Wisdom.
With Joe Wisdom.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe. Undisputed, Willy Kenyash.
The undisputed.
Na sijui kwa nini naona like kama you sat far from us. I don't know what your plan was.
He is
but-
wounded.
Oh,
so
no,
he's-
you are. It seems like I am wounding you, so you are running away from me.
Of course, if you see someone who's... By the way, one of the ways to not get wounded is running away from men and women who wound you.
So I want to wind up by saying this.
Yes.
Be a real man. And who is a real man? A real man is that man who shows his character genuinely. That man who is genuine to himself. Be genuine to yourself. Do not try to make people out there happy while you are suffering out of making other people to be happy. So be genuine, and when you are genuine to yourself, you'll be a real man. And when you are a real man, you'll be able to avoid some of these wounds that are coming our way. Thank you.
And that is it for tonight. Our viewers, thank you very much for joining us. We talked about identity. We've talked about contentment. We've talked about all these things, the environment you are in. Every man needs a man. Opening up and speaking up, ensuring that you are only biting the ugari that can fit in your mouth. That is good. Please take care of yourself.
Yes,
Take a holiday, go away, like Simon K has done, and you'll enjoy it.
Nini Simon ananiuliza sasa?
And that is the end of our show tonight.
Nini Simon ananiuliza?
See you next Monday.
Simon unaniuliza nini?
Willy is wounded. We will take care of him. Good night and God bless you. But Willy. you.